wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
Though I am not a Christian, I am a preacher's kid. Amazing how it's amazing how often those two instances coincide. That doesn't, just because I'm not a Christian doesn't mean I don't look out for my fellow man, regardless of whether they be Christian or not, or whatever other religion. Wrong is wrong. Secular and agnostic and atheist people can have a code of morality, a code of conduct, or just like God, man. You guys are treated like shit. And I even though I don't believe in your God in the sky, I don't want you to be treated like shit no more, man. There is no, seriously, not going for whiny victim points here. There is no group of people in the world that is treated worse than, well, I guess we'd have to have, I was going to say single Christian men. Well, I don't even think we got to do the old white man, straight, cisgender Christian. Certainly that. I just got to go, let's just go Christian American males, single Christian American males. Man, you want to talk about a victim group. And the reason why is not only the standard patriarchy and feminism and all that, but man, do your churches hate you. Your churches, which by the way, 95% of them, if you are a church in America, 95% of you do not have God in your church. Just you're a money-making racket. You don't give a flying fuck about the Bible or JC or God or any of that other shit. It's a social club. And increasingly, it's becoming just a co-opted vessel for generally leftist politics, generally, especially when you put the pride flag and, oh, we got a female bi pastor and we check all the boxes. God, it's a social, just go join the Elks. Go. But if you got to worship, you got to have spirituality. Okay, I guess. What was the meme? There's like a female, color flag pastor, and Jesus walks in. She's like, "Who are you?" But you guys are you're America's meal ticket. That's what you are. Where you obviously believe in the Bible. You're real serious Christians. You go to these fake, failed, bullshit, not Christian institutions posing as churches. You walk in and there's the dopey, ballless wonder sack of pussy soy boy pastor with his sandals. You really should make more Christian. You got to marry. There's some women over there. There's some women over. Go get them. And you guys want to, probably because you're horny too. Oh my God. How are future Christians made? By the Jesus stork. There's none of that nasty sex going on. Ew, gross. And look, girls aren't dumb. They're not dumb. They come in posing as Christians with a world of fucking problems and horrible ethics, horrible values, none whatsoever. And they gravitate to that fake church bullshit where Jesus forgives. So you could be this unacceptably to a secular folk. God forgives all. I get it. Not me. I'm not God. The mark of a good man is someone who could walk away after being insulted. Stabs him. I guess I'm not that good of a man. Stabs him again. I guess I'm just a man. Captain Malcolm Reynolds. Anyway, you got the scum of the earth posing as Christian girls who want your money, who want forgiveness, who want stability, bringing some other guy's crotch fruit in tow. Lord does know all these other different problems and mental and shit piss finances and arrogant feminist attitude. Their true one and only God is feminism and themselves. But they say, hey, if I put a coat of paint called Christianity, if I put I put a crucifix between my cleavage here, I'll get one of these dopes, these suck. I mean, one of these good Christian men. And then, oh, look, I could take this Bible and Lord, I can misconstrue every single passage to get you to give me money and I don't have to give you sex. Hang on. You guys are playing a secular game with religious handicap rules. And that's why I have no problem doing these dating Christian girls cases to warn you men, you actual real Christian men, about the hoodwinked scamming motherfuckers out there, including likely the pastor of your church. So minimum, you don't lose your money and ruin your fucking life with a vile lying woman who is not Christian and is look, a gal who says, yeah, I'm atheist or agnostic, I don't believe in it, that at least she's telling the truth. That's better than a lying Christian, which 95% of women in the church are, as well as 95% of the men, because y'all don't believe it. You just go there for social reasons. Have I established myself as a pissed off PK? Right? Oh, look out. Here he comes. So I was hiking and I forgot one of my very own dating Christian girl stories. I was just hiking. I don't know how lightning bolt hit. And I'm like, oh my God, the beard story. It's not a long story, but it's just on top of the mountain of bits of evidence we have. Let's just toss this one on top of the mountain to add to it. There was a Christian. No, there was a fraudulent, lying piece of shit who was abusing Christianity to use it as extra rules to, in this case, apply to secular men. That's another one they do. Like, well, I'm Christian, so no sex for you. What about the 6 other guys that gave you the 7 other children? I was sinful. So for your one true love, you really love me more than those other guys. That's why I got to wait for, okay, secular guys. Just this fake poser of just a joke of a human being. We're dating. She likes me. I like her. I think. You never know. The act. Well, we kiss. So I don't know what that means. I suppose that means she liked me. Who knows? I don't see Jesus in your heart. Well, then why'd you fucking kiss me then? And then this long drawn out Cappy he was a lieutenant back then. He wasn't Captain Capitalism. He was Lieutenant Capitalism. He wasn't a rookie. And already I'm like, this is a pain in the ass. And in one of the discussions we had, she's like, well, I just don't see Jesus in your heart. I'm like, yeah, because I told you I'm not Christian. I don't, he wouldn't be there. If I say I'm a girl and you look down there, there's a dick, something's wrong. I never claimed you. I don't hate the guy. And then she says unto me, well, and you have a beard. And I didn't say yeah, so because she continued talking, but I was just like, and I have a beard. I was thinking about that. That's like a curveball. And the devil has a beard. And I'm like, what? Because the devil, like, stereotypically drawn. He's a handsome fellow. He's got that nice chiseled 5 o'clock shadow full beard, right? And no joke. And by the way, this wasn't some wackadoo type of gal. This was a professional. She was sane. She had a job. She had good money. Her parents were together. But just a hypocrite at the core. I don't care how well they're masked at the hypocrite. Well, you have a beard and the devil has a beard. And really? Oh, and this wasn't like a 21-year-old thing either. This was like, I guess 28, 30, whatever. And just right there, I'm like, okay, because I had already done enough. I'm just like, okay. I got a beard. Hitler likes water. You like water. Okay, National Socialists. Let's go kill a group of people with a funny hat. Apparently, I have a beard, and that means I'm the devil. I didn't know that. Right? The accusation, well, the devil has a beard and you have a beard. It's not even like, well, you're an acolyte of the devil. You're not an acolyte of Lucifer or a follower. Like, it's like Scooby Doo. Hey, that shoe size fits your shoe size. You're the villain. You're the ghost. And I was like, so I'm the devil? Really? Is that the implication? Ah, you got me. You got me. I'm Lucifer himself. That's why I live in a fucking basement. That's why I'm so poor. So I work as a security guard. I could have just snapped anything. Angels got. I got to imagine they can snap things into existence. Right? They're angels. I guess angels don't eat, right? They're eternal beings. No, I'm just saying, angels, whether holy or satanic, they're not working as security guard. Like, they don't get hunger pains. They're not like cold. They're not human. And I'm like, well, I guess I would have known if I was Beelzebub. I would have known if I was the devil himself. Wouldn't if someone told, or am I actually Lucifer himself? I just got hit on the head by God. And this is a long running 1980s movie where I have amnesia, right? I should just sprout wings and get hooves. And but what makes why I want to tell you guys about it. By all other metrics, this woman looked normal, right? Good in some ways, admirable. Like, wow, look, she's got her shit together. This one's got her shit together. And then out of nowhere, you have a beard and the devil has a beard. Fuck it, I'm done. And for that reason, I'm out. Guys, I haven't been Christian a long time, but you're in the United States, you're going to run into Christians. The percentage of these women who claim to be Christian, I would go so far as, are there legit, authentic Christian women? And yes, of course there is, but they are such a minor few that when you hear I'm a Christian, I'm not kidding. It is almost to the point where, like, yes, you have a mental illness. Whatever mental illness that might be, as listed in the DSM-7 or whatever we're up to now, is to be debatable. But I'm not joking. I started looking back at all these Christian girls I dated. There was something mentally off. I don't know, cluster B, narcissistic, borderline personality type. I don't know. There was always a lie. There was always intellectual dishonesty. There was always a self-serving, manipulate the religion to slingshot like a satellite around Jupiter to make their point. I'm trying to remember, aside from the one I'm dating now, a gal who claimed to be Christian and actually had Christian values and behaviors. I guess behaviors is the more important thing. But goddamn, every time they had that stamp, that paint job that said Christian, it was always a lie at the end of the day. It was always a facade, a ruse, or a ruse. Both are correct. To abuse that religion to get away with despicable, unfair behavior. And I don't know, maybe I should sit down and really plot it out. Is it as simple as they want to have money and control and power in the relationship without having to give up sex? There was the big hang up. The big hang up was always the sex, which is written in the Bible, right? You're not supposed to have premarital sex. But they were really obsessed about that. Somebody, a friend of mine who I know is a Christian, because he waited until he was married to have sex. He found a Christian girl. Both of them couldn't wait for the marriage so they could have sex. That's healthy. But when they're trying to push it away, no. Something outside religion, something's up here. Something insane, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And once again, for you Christian boys, you need to have secular eyes as well. Like in the war games, whatever, Call of Duty or Modern Warfare, where you switch from thermal to night vision or whatever. You got to do both. You got to have your Christian goggles on. Okay, looks good. Then you got to go to secular vision. Holy shit. Oh my God. That's bad. Because they are, man. There's a group of this, a lot of them. They're out there and they are not Christian. And they are using God, the Bible, Jesus, and their sanctimonious superiority to get one over you. So much so, okay, hear me out. Ah, somebody, not me. I could run with this. This might be what there should be like a Christian trust fund, right? Christian trust fund for bachelors where you donate all your money to the trust fund, right? And then the trust has the money. It just manages it in your best interests. Like it pays for your rent or your mortgage or something like that. So then when Miss Cleavage Tits with a crucifix comes along, marries you and isn't all too Christian or religious and tries for the divorce, you got your assets protected, right? And just me as a secularist outside looking in for your best interest, you guys need to start divorcing your wives more. I know you took a vow in front of God. She broke the vow. It's fucking null and void. And, why don't you do that? They got dicked down by a bunch of guys and cheated out. What Lord knows whatever fucking sins. And then they get to pull the Jesus forgives card. Why don't you allow yourself a little bit of God's grace and forgiveness? Divorce the fucking bitch. Pull the ripcord. Jesus forgives. You can do a little dance because they do it too. Like, Jesus forgives. Jesus forgives. Jesus forgives. Bye. You don't know the Christian. Here comes the pussies. Here comes the fake pastors and preachers and Christians. They're going to run to defend my lady, to defend the real Beelzebubs and the devils. What are the lesser devils? What were I don't know. There were less. I know Lucifer, the big one. But there were other ones, right? Petey, Morty, Frank. Those people posing as good Christian girls. All right, super chats and Cappy got to go. Cappy got to go buy toilet cleaner. I'm not kidding. I don't make this up. It's toilet cleaner, and then I got to get some heavy whipping cream. This is the exciting days in the life of a podcast influencer type. Oh, what sexy adventures do you have today? Toilet cleaner. So today's super. Look at this. Look at it, and I'm happy. You guys, between the three of you, we got 3 super chats in the room right here. That's going to pay for my my heavy whipping cream and my toilet cleaner. Clue Studio, $5. Salute, Pastor Cappy. Well, maybe secularist, independent. Like we're like us agnostics. We could act like auditors, independent third-party observers. Kind of like Ernst & Young will audit your financial statements. We'll come in like, there's something sneaky going on there. How about you fire all the HR people in your institution? Reen Schwartzer, $5. I have my last Christian singles meetup tomorrow. Oh, that's right, Reen. You're going in. You're going in. You got to play the Mission Impossible theme song when you're going in. Da, 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 da. Actually, you got to be quiet because they don't want you. Da, da, da. I'm paying attention to single Christians. Group. Oh my God, she's fat. Single mom with some kids. Single mom with some kids. Da, 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 da. All right, you summary report of all 4. Oh, God, 4. Reen, you are a saint, sir. Reen doing the Lord's work for you all. Reen, are you even Christian? Magnum Opus, $5. You can't serve 2 masters, Fembob. Yeah, no, you can't. And that includes themselves. I don't think it's strictly feminine. It's either yourself or Jesus. And this comes to any loving. There's only one way it works, gang. You love that person more than yourself. That's it. Both people. Oh, that's the only way it works. It's the only way it works. And when you try to explain to women, you say, well, you should love someone else more than yourself. They're like, someone else? What do you mean other people's? What are you saying, NPC bot? Someone else? No, that can't be possible. There's only me. The rest of you are all algorithms doing my bidding. Magnum Opus, $2. Fembot, Jesus says I have to peg you. When you realize how insincere and intellectually dishonest most of these people are, you're not dealing with a real. Go find a real Christian. But just, and I'll tell you this, along with many other things. If you want a relationship with Christ, I think Jesus is on the internet. Legit. I'm not joking about that. Go find, this is why I want to do podcast pastor. Find some legit fire and brimstone pastor. Like, can you just do a good sermon and record it and I'll put it on the thing? Oh, I don't know. It's not a church. I'm like, oh my God, you pastors are so dumb when it comes to common sense business. So fucking stupid. Well, I don't know, but you're not Christian. Did you make sure everyone who built the church, the contractors, were all Christian? Oh my God, there might have been a Muslim or a Jew or an agnostic in there. Muslim, Jew, agnostic contractors. Throw a real loop for all these Christians. Like, we got to build a church. Well, we can't go with them. There's no Christians. We can't conduct business with non-Christians. Oh, Razor Power 10 generous bucks. Ooh, we're getting the luxury grade toilet cleaner today, boys. Cappy, what determines which intro you play before videos besides paid question lane? Kind of however I feel. I guess I should have like an intro for the dating Christian girls. I should have like some kind of Onward Christian Soldier, but a crappy version of it, like sung by someone way off key. I don't know. It goes by the whim. All right, that's it. I gotta go run errands. I gotta get toilet cleaner. I'll see. Oh, link below. While I'm buying toilet cleaner, why don't you guys all? Hey, you want to tithe? You want to donate to Pastor Cap? You don't even have to tithe. That's how good of an economist I am. All you got to do is do all your online shopping with the link below on Amazon. You go to olderbrother.com/donate, click on the Amazon banner and do all your shopping there. But Cappy, I don't pay anything extra. You don't pay anything extra. Well, how do you get paid? Because they give me a 5% commission and a cut on all your purchases. We take the money out of Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos's pockets and you give it to me so that I might buy more toilet cleaner. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.